Welcome back, everybody, for my third episode of Vampires Through the Ages. Before I begin, I wanted to say thank you to everybody who has been watching my videos and giving me questions and topics to discuss about. But this one in particular, I actually wanted to bring up before I go any further. I saw this with my own eyes. I have seen it before, and it will not be the last time that I have seen this happen, or will see this happen. So, now we begin. You want to be a vampire, you claim to be a vampire, and you don't know where to go, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know what to do, you're lost. Well, one thing is for certain, as I have said before and will say again, you are seeking for something you already are. Secondly, if you believe you absolutely 100% have to be turned to become a vampire, stop. Just stop. Just stop. Sorry. Super touchy subject. I was on one of the vampire groups on Facebook because I was promoting the annual Carnival di Vampiri event here, and this gentleman had asked, how to be turned by a vampire, who does he have to go to, what does he have to do, etc., etc. And I had commented on his status stating, you don't need to be turned, you're fine, vampirism is a set of will. If you want it to be, then it will be because of your will. And he goes and says, no, I have to be turned. I'm like, no, no, you don't. And I try to explain it in a different fashion with modern day witches and Wiccans and discussing how it's not like Hollywood, even with them. They can't levitate things. They can't, say an incantation and have things just magically happen and appear or levitate towards them or fly on a broom, etc., etc. Same concept, and he just wouldn't get it. I thought I had got to him the last stage, and this guy comes in and says, I will see what I can do, but you have to serve me and Satan. If the gentleman that had wrote that status to that guy had said that in front of me, I literally would sock him in the face. Just sock him. Or hit him with the book. Honestly. Something with an object across his face for saying that. This is a situation where people with mental cloudiness and illness and major delusions are being brought into the community, and it sort of gives us a bad name. I understand you want to die in the sun. I understand you probably don't want to eat garlic. I understand if you're into the old mythic lores where they can't walk into a building without being, welcomed through. Oh, but this dude just played into this guy's delusion and it just aggravated me. You don't do that. You don't do that with anybody. Fuck what Satan thinks. I am a Levian Satanist. I am my own God. Do I think there is probably an equivalence to a God and a devil? Yeah, I do. Even within humans in everyday life. But I am my own God. More or less, I believe in Satan. And truthfully, I don't think Satan would give a shit about some dude serving another guy and then him. I don't think he cares at all. I mean, we cannot keep doing this. We just can't. We can't keep allowing these people, both the delusioned victim and the person taking advantage of that, coming into the community and just taking advantage. And obviously, at that moment, I couldn't do anything about it. He played into his delusion and the fact that he was going to give him what he wanted, and that was to be correctly turned into a vampire. And I promise you, buddy, not gonna happen. Oh, my head hurts. It's just not gonna happen. You are a vampire by will. You are a vampire by defining yourself as a vampire. You are a vampire because that's what you are, and that's what you want to be. I can't express this enough, how much we need to stop doing this. It's in every culture, and we need to stop these people. We need to just somehow sit them down and say, listen, what you're doing, what you're projecting is entirely wrong. And I even told the guy, I was like, I think you're misunderstanding vampirism. It's not a matter of swapping blood or a silly spell that you find on the internet to turn you into a vampire, worshipping something or whatever. It literally has to do with you. You want to be a vampire, you become a vampire. You define yourself as a vampire. It has taken me years to define myself as a vampire, and I'm still defining myself as a vampire. And I'm not going around, saying, oh, I was romantically seduced by a gentleman in the darkest of night, the side of an alley, and he took me and he bled me and he fed me his own blood, blah, 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 blah. No. As much as that's beautiful and romantic and a little creepy and totally Hollywood, it just doesn't happen that way. I don't understand. I guess I kind of do. I think everybody, once in a while, gets these bouts where they definitely really want to be like the Hollywood vampires, where they have to drink blood to sustain themselves, where they have to be out at night because if they're in the daylight, then they die, where they have to sleep in coffins, where, all of this stuff. I was there once when I was younger. It'd be so awesome, but it's not. And truthfully, if you're literally going to play into the delusions of others for what they really, really want to be, you are fucked. You are fucked in the head. And yeah, this is probably supposed to be neutral as far as like a historian and a researcher standpoint, but this situation really, really aggravates me, and it shouldn't be happening, and it shouldn't be happening anywhere. People need to see this and to stop this and either, sit them down and talk with them and tell them to stop or to remove them entirely from the situation. But of course, vampirism, you could either be in the community or you cannot be in the community, and either way, this dude is just going to take advantage of anybody else that he comes across. It's just how easily what I said, which is the simplest thing you could do. You want to become a vampire, But no, instead he has to go and serve this guy and serve Satan, and he even gave his number out for all of Facebook to see. And yeah, some people just shouldn't be allowed to contact other people if they're going to do that, because that's how we also get dangerous people. Knowing what this guy probably thinks of Satan could be very detrimental, not only to the people around him, to the people who he is trying to get them to follow him, but also the people, within the vampire community and the human community and all of that, because if he just takes advantage like this, like, who knows what he could have this guy do. He could say Satan wants you to go rape this chick, or Satan wants you to go kill this animal, or whatever, and it's like, that's not what it's about. That's not what you're supposed to do. That's not what you're supposed to do in any fucking situation. And to become a vampire, just say, geez, well, I would like to become a vampire, so I guess I'm going to become a vampire, and I'm a vampire. That's simple. In one word, or in one sentence, one sentence. I am a vampire. 4 words. And that's all you have to do. That's all you have to say to become a vampire. After that, it's your choice to work towards, defining yourself and becoming what you want to become and projecting how you are on the inside to what you want to be on the outside. And it's just really, 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 really aggravating. And I am showing my displeasure, and I am ranting, and I am saying very, very naughty words. But it's true. It literally, like, when I saw that happen, I not only wanted to hit him with a heavy object, like a book. Oh, the Encyclopedia of Vampires. Oh, I could totally hit him with that. But also in the fact that it was just pure stupidity. And just praying. And I just saw it with my own eyes, how it happened. Like, I just wanted to walk into a wall. Like, I can't believe I just saw that with my own eyes. We need to be aware of this. We may not be able to stop it right now. We may not be able to stop it at all. People pray. People manipulate others into doing what they want to do for what the victim truly wants. And it sucks. But we need to be aware of this, and we need to help stop it. I think that is it for my ranting. My head really, really hurts right now, and me getting worked up over this situation, though I have stepped away from it, is probably best. But it really, really is prominent. In every community you get, no matter how much you proclaim them good to be, there are manipulators, there are predators, and there are victims waiting to be in this web. And it happens. It entirely happens. So I'm going to get back to my more of the historical and neutral aspects of modern vampirism and the history with it. And if you guys would like to discuss this, please do, because I want to hear everybody's stories. I want to hear what they have to say, and I want people to be active within this. So thank you again for listening.